First up, we have the classic Unsharp Mask method. This technique has been around for a long time, and it still holds its ground as one of the most effective ways to sharpen images. To apply the Unsharp Mask, go to the Filter menu, then Sharpen, and select Unsharp Mask. Adjust the amount to control the strength of the sharpening effect, radius to determine the size of the sharpening area, and threshold to control which edges gets sharpened. You want to be careful while doing this because you can't over sharpen an image with any of these techniques. For this image, we've set our radius, we've set the amount, and as we drag the sliders, you can see how detailed the sharpening can get for each one. Now, if we look at it, we can turn it off and turn it on by clicking on the eye for the layer, so you can see the result. The Unsharp Mask is great for enhancing overall sharpness, but let's move on to something more advanced. Next up, we have the high pass method, which is fantastic for localized sharpening. First off, you want to duplicate your image, then go to Filter, Other, and High Pass. Your screen is going to turn gray, which is perfectly normal because we're going to change the blending mode here in just 1 second. The radius is how much sharpening will be applied to the image. Adjust the radius until you see the edges of your image highlighted. So in this image, it would be the dog's ears and the hair. And then when you're satisfied with that, click OK. And we're actually going to change the blending mode from normal, change it to soft light. And you can use soft light or overlay. Either method works. And as you can see, we will turn it off, turn it on, and you can see the difference between overlay and soft light, which is not very much. The high pass method allows you to sharpen specific areas without affecting the entire image. It's perfect for emphasizing fine details. Moving along, we've got the Smart Sharpen method. As the name suggests, this method uses intelligent algorithms to achieve optimal results. To use Smart Sharpen, go to the Filter, Sharpen, and select Smart Sharpen to be brought up with this dialog box. Now we're going to customize the amount and the radius sliders, and you can even control reduce noise to keep things clean. Once you're satisfied with the sliders, you can click OK, and then we'll look at the difference between the two. Smart Sharpen method is excellent for preserving natural textures while enhancing sharpness, but wait, there's more. Shake reduction has been removed from Photoshop, but it's not completely removed. It's actually been moved to a different section. And so what we're going to do is duplicate our layers. You can see we have layer 1. We're going to go back to Filter, Sharpen, and go back to Smart Sharpen. And we're going to notice a new tick box here. We're removing Gaussian blur, lens blur, and lens blur was really the shake reduction, basically taking the multiple images or blurs that you had and reframing them into one frame instead of multiple. So basically reducing camera shake in the tool now. So same thing, reduce noise if you don't want noise. When we do over sharpen an image, we do introduce noise. So we can always reduce that back down. And then the amount of sharpening is going to increase as you move this slider. So radius and amount are the amount of sharpening, and then reducing noise actually counteracts some of what you did in the radius and the amount sliders. AI sharpening. Yes, it is what it sounds like. We now have the power to have Photoshop do selective actions for us via generative fill, removing background, sharpening, and a lot of other choices that we normally wouldn't do. So if you download Photoshop Beta 2023, you will get access to the new AI features in the tool. And the first thing you'll see is a bar here, which shows what you can do. And these are called quick actions. If you don't see this, you can go to Window and you can make sure that contextual taskbar is checked. So let's go back to our image. Let's hit Control J or right click and duplicate layer so we get a new layer that we can work with. And basically we're going to click here and the properties window highlights, and there's a few adjustments that you can do. And let's get back to sharpening. Sharpen. So we have, it's basically a help menu. You can see sharpen tool, you can see sharpen. This will do the action for you. So if you're looking to do any kind of action in Photoshop now, you actually have like an AI assistant that can help you. You can do sharpen edges. You can search for different items, but we're going to use the just basic sharpening tool. Click that. So it's going to apply a sharpening filter for us. And if I click the eyeball, you should be able to see a little bit of the difference in the eyes. It's not a ton of difference, so we can probably do more. If we go here, we go back to sharpen, click enter, and we can do smart sharpen. Smart sharpen is going to do everything for us, and it's also going to bring up our dialog box so you can see what it initially applied. It reduced noise by 39%. We have a radius of 3.9 and the amount is 314%. So you can adjust these sliders as you want to. But if you don't remember any of these commands from the video or anything, and you want to get Photoshop 2023 beta, you now have this. And there you have it, the top 5 best sharpening methods in Photoshop for 2023. Whether you prefer the classic Unsharp Mask, advanced techniques like high pass and smart sharpen, correction methods with shake reduction, or the AI-powered sharpening tools, you now have a variety of options to enhance the sharpness and quality of your images. Thanks for tuning in to the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more awesome Photoshop tutorials, and leave your comments below. Until next time, keep sharpening those skills and those images. We'll see you soon.